Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. I just heard my phone go off. I'm pretty sure I'll hear my iPad go off. Maybe they went off at the same time. So we are live and ready to go. Hopefully you guys have had a great day. I usually don't work on Tuesdays, and I worked this morning, and I work tomorrow morning, which is strange. I usually work in the evenings. So I got off work, came home, did tonight's project, went in, made dinner, and now it is Facebook Live time. So good evening, Stephanie. Hello. So if you're just logging on, say hi so I know you're here. I have a fun project, and it's super duper simple, and it is using the 5 new ink colors. I don't know if we're going to be able to make all 5 of them because it's a little tedious to glue because I forgot to use the adhesive sheets. I will definitely use the adhesive sheets on this next time, but I didn't do it for the prep. So we'll see how many we can get to. Good evening, Bev, Anna, Valerie. Hello, everybody. So, the stamp set we're using is Heavenly Hollyhocks. So for some reason, I cannot remember hollyhocks, and I want to call them huckleberries. I have no idea why, because I actually don't even know what a huckleberry is. Might be a fruit or a vegetable. I have no idea. But I think there is a pie for huckleberry pie, I think. I have no idea. But I keep calling it huckleberry, not hollyhocks. No clue. Anyway, so that's the fun set we're going to be using. We had something similar to it in last catalog, and I actually fell in love with it. I didn't use it as much as I should have, and when they came out with something kind of similar to it, I was super excited to show you guys what it is. But before we get crafting, everybody hopefully will have a little something in the mail. If you came to bingo, you will have something in the mail. So I would definitely check your mail before Thursday's live because we might be doing something kind of cool and special on Thursday. So make sure to check your mail before Thursday's live. Hopefully I remind you guys at the end and if I don't forget. Okay, let's scoot you over and let me show you what we're going to be playing with. So let me make sure we are live on my iPad, and there it is. Perfect. So on page 118 of your big catalog, it is Heavenly Hollyhocks Bundle. I definitely want to have to read that and not just pretend I know what it says. I didn't play with really much of the flowers in this set. I really concentrated on the dies and the sentiments of this set, but I'm super excited to play with all of the flowers. I think they did some really cool designs with it. So let me bring in the stamp set and the dies so you can see what they look like. So this is what I kind of am focusing on are these 2 dies. There is a lot of little tiny pieces in this, but what I found is once you run this through, and if you just drop it on your table, pretty much everything falls out of it. It was really, really convenient. Same with this one as well. Oh, there's a couple little pieces in the bottom. But if you drop it, all the pieces fall out. And it was perfection. I did that like 7 times. So that's the stamp set. Let me bring in the cards. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do white background or if I wanted to do the back background. So I did one of each. I think they both look absolutely gorgeous. I don't know. I think the black kind of extenuates it a tiny bit more versus the white. But I really like on what I did with the white one, I used one of our circle dies and I cut a circle out of the designer series paper and stamped inside of the circle. So I really liked doing that on the basic white one, and I couldn't do it on the black unless you heat emboss it, and that kind of probably would have been a hot mess. So there are different things that I liked about both of them, and then I used the extra designer series paper to color the envelope. Okay, so before we get started, let's see. Hello, Vicki, Marie, Anna. Hello, everybody. Okay, so that's what we're making. So let's bring in the first color. So let me bring in the inks really quick. So these are the ink pads, and right now you have 1 more week. So a week from today, you get, oh, I have both of the Tahitian Tide. What color am I missing? I'm missing Starry Sky. There it is. So until next Tuesday, you can get all 5 ink colors. You get the glimmer paper, the designer series paper. You get a whole bunch of other stuff included free in your starter kit. So if you need more information on that, definitely let me know. But we're going to do the parakeet party first. So I have my cardstock, and this measures 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it right in half at 5 1/2. I'm just going to go ahead and give that a good crease. And I have a piece of basic white that I'm going to put on the inside really quick. I definitely forget to do this in my lives. I do go back and do it. I'm going to put a piece of basic white on the inside so you can write your sentiments. And then I'm going to set this aside and we can start working on our other pieces. So I have a piece of basic black, and this measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I have a piece of our designer series paper. You could really use either side. I tried to use both sides for all the designs. And this is 3 3/4 by 5. And we can go ahead and glue this piece down. This one's a pretty easy piece to adhere together. Lay that right on top. And then here is the Hollyhocks. That is what they're called, Hollyhocks. So this is what it looks like. This is the imaged piece, and this is the layering one. So there's a couple tiny little pieces that I'm going to go in and pop out that didn't come out, but it wasn't tragic at all. But I would definitely use the adhesive sheets for this because one, with old eyes and trying to get this glued down without getting glue everywhere, it was a bit challenging because it's so tiny, but it's beautiful. So it's well worth it. I'm not doing a whole lot of glue, and I'm not going to glue every single piece, just enough to tack it down. I come down here, put a few little pieces there, put a little over there. Oh, I just stuck my finger in it. That was smart. Okay, that's plenty. So what I did is I just came in and kind of lined them up, and it went together fairly easy. But I think definitely the adhesive sheets would be a million times nicer. There we go. So it wasn't too tragic. So now I'm going to flip this bad boy over, and I don't use these very often either, and I hope I brought them over here. I totally know I did. I just need to find a safe spot. I put them. Oh, they're right in front of me. So we have the black mini dimensionals. This works perfect when you are using our black cardstock because you won't see the white underneath. So I am just going to randomly put some dimensionals on here. And the one nice thing about using the black dimensionals is you can see the backing and to know which ones still need to come off. It's kind of hard sometimes when you use the white dimensionals that you don't get them all off. And I know this is probably overkill putting so many on, but it is a tiny piece. How many of you guys are getting like a million spam calls every day? I think that's like my 15th or 20th one today. And then Bo told me to go in and block the number, and I do, and they still call me right back. It is so irritating. Sorry, that was a scam phone call. Okay, so I pulled all those off. And now I'm going to come in and just lay this off to the side. That's how easy this card is. So for this sentiment, I wanted to do something a little bit cool and fun and bring in a couple of our different punches. So this one, I'm going to say hello. So I'm going to come over here and stamp the hello. Hopefully I stamped it to the corner enough. And I'm going to bring in the Alphabet bundle punch. I'm going to come in and punch it, and it literally just fits in there perfectly. Grab a dimensional, put that there, and then we're just going to come up here and put the hello. Let's do a little cattywampus. He doesn't have to be straight. And the original one I did, I put some of our white ribbon on, but since we're using the in colors, I thought we should just probably use some of the in color ribbon. This is definitely something you could add in with your starter kits. This bundle is something as well. Give that a good little haircut. Grab a mini glue dots. And you could, I brought in some rhinestones. I didn't put any rhinestones on the other card, but we might on this one. Let's see how they look. So let's grab your take your pick tool, and I don't know, we'll see what some look like. And our next card, we don't have to put any on there if we don't want to. It is your card. You can do as many or as little or none. I actually think it kind of looks a little cute with some rhinestones on there. There we go. Let's bring in our card base. Glue this down. And look how easy that was to put this card together. I think the most time consuming was putting the adhesive on the little tiny piece. I don't even think running it through the embossing machine was hard, because literally it popped all the pieces out and I didn't have to sit and poke them out. And then we have our envelope that we'll do a matching envelope with. I know you guys have seen me do envelopes plenty of times, so I won't sit and do those. We'll see if we can, let's do the Starry Sky. So this one is the Starry Sky, and I'm wondering if I should have used the white background because this is so dark, but I didn't think about it until after the fact, so we're going with the black. And I wanted to use the stripes. We could do the flowers, but I think I like the stripes a little bit better. Good evening, Monique, and good evening, Darlene. Hello, Linda. I see you guys are all popping on. Welcome. I'm going to glue this down. So the bundle I'm using is on page 118 of your catalog, and it is called Heavenly Hollyhocks Bundle. And I do wish I would have used these adhesive sheets, but that's okay. There's a little piece stuck in there. Let's see if I can get it out. There we go. But I'm just going to take my adhesive and just gently put a little bit of adhesive on here. You don't have to do every single tiny piece, but just enough to hold it in place. Once it's on there, it's not going anywhere. Put a couple right there, put a little bit right there, and that should be good. Flip this over, line it up, and it lines up fairly well. Perfect. Flip it over. Let's grab the black mini dimensionals. And I'm literally just finding the flowers. I don't know if you can see the back of it, but some of these flowers don't go all the way through, so the dimensional will fit perfectly on there. I think the big dimensionals are a little too big for this set, but the little ones do work really well. So I'm really just trying to find those flowers and stick it on there, because then you won't see it through the other side. That looks pretty good. And I like the black because it's on black and you're not going to be able to see them. Peel the backing off. There we go. And this one I brought in You Make My Life Brighter. So let me grab mine. We're going to be using the Starry Sky. And I think this one definitely needs some rhinestones to brighten it up a little bit. Stamp on a piece of scratch. And then I brought in another punch. And this one is a Label Me Fancy punch. Going to punch that. Flip it over, add some dimensionals. And this one I am going to put straights. Let's put it a little bit closer. There we go. Let's grab the rhinestones. I think the rhinestones are definitely going to pop on this color. And I usually only put 3 rhinestones on, but I really think it needs a few in the centers as well. Maybe not every single one of them, but a couple. Let's see, is there any other ones? There's that. Let's do one more. There we go. So super easy, super simple. There's not a lot of stamping going on. There's a lot of using your embossing machine and your mini glue dots, and you can really pick whichever style punch you like best. So this one is Starry Sky. I have the little piece to do the envelope later. This one is Parakeet Party. And I did the other 3. I don't know what time it is, if we have enough time to go through and do the last one, but we might. And this one is Tahitian Tide and Sweet Sorbet. So these are the first 4, and we have one left, which it really didn't take that much time. So I'll go ahead and put it together. But I think I might be doing this one in a class, and I promise you I will do the adhesive sheets on the back. I definitely promise. Put some down here at the bottom. Let's put a tiny bit over here. Put a piece up there. And I did get some adhesive on my finger, so I'm just going to wipe that on my dress. Lift that up, and we can just kind of push them together. So cute. I don't know which color is my favorite. Which color is your guys' favorite? This Orchard Oasis is such a pretty, it's kind of like a blue and a purple. It's kind of a fun, different color. Do you guys have a preference of color that you guys like best? I should get all of the cards that we've done the last couple of weeks and take pictures of them all so I can post them and you guys can vote to see which one you like best. But Thursday's card, if you're just logging on, Thursday's project is already done and it is ready to go, but I can't show anybody it because you might want to check your mail because some of my friends may be getting a similar card in the mail. So you'll definitely want to have that while we do Thursday's live so you can ooh and goo and over it and have one beside you so you can exactly see the colors. So Vicki, you like the Tahitian Tide? Yes. It is gorgeous. So there we go. And let me grab this ink. Oh, you know what I did forget to bring in? So when you're cutting out, I think it's this flower right here, or that leaf, it comes out as a heart. So you could really use this piece for something else, but it's that little image right there. I thought it was so cute. So I wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. So many thanks. I have, let me find my scrap piece. And this one I actually think I'm going to use the same punch, but I'm going to mask off a little piece. So I'm going to grab another, I'm going to ink this both up. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to stamp many. There we go. And then I'm going to ink up thanks. And I'm going to come over here and put thanks underneath. Hopefully I'm in the camera while I'm doing this. Many thanks. You can definitely cut your stamp as well if you wanted to. Oh, man, look what I did. We're going to have to trim that off. I didn't do it close enough to the edge. So now I can put my punch in and get it even. There we go. Flip it over. Add some dimensionals, and you can definitely add some ribbon and a bow to the bottom of it if you wanted to. Oh, you know what? I don't think thanks is going to fit. I was thinking thanks would fit in this little punch, but I think the thanks is too big. The many would fit. There we go. That is how easy these cards are to put together. Once you run them through the embossing machine and get everything cut and ready, it really goes pretty quickly. I did all 5 of these in no time at all. And I think I'm just going to put some rhinestones on the card, the designer series paper, and not on the flower. On this one, because you know what? It's your card. You can make it however you want. So this is the envelope flap. So this one is Orchard Oasis. This one that I did in the basic white with the matching envelope is Sweet Sorbet. We have Parakeet Party with the matching envelope. I will do those later. Tahitian Tide. And then this one is Starry Sky. So they're all the same technique, just a different little in the background and the same designer series paper. I just flipped it over so you could use both sides of the designer series paper. So there are your cards tonight. Hopefully you guys liked them. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, your birthday's coming up. Very nice. You might be getting something else in the mail. But thank you so much for joining me. I will be back on Thursday for another live, and it will be at 7. I took the day off. Well, not really. I traded my shifts, so I actually don't have to work on Thursday of this week. So if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will see everybody Thursday at 7 for a fun new live. And don't forget to check your mail before Thursday's live, so you might be able to see what we are going to be making for Thursday. Okay, we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.